Shut up. Yo. Okay, excuse my weird Balrog impression, but yo, like this is randomly just in the video, but like I'm watching this. I had so much trouble doing flash kicks in this game 2 years ago. But like I've been the title says, this is my first FightCade match ever, and I might just watch this and randomly fucking comment whenever I feel like coming in. But yeah, it's like, you see this? I'm trying to do the supers and shit like that Guile had, because this is, I found out about FightCade like a year after I started playing all these old ass arcade games, because I figured out about emulators like 2 years ago. So yeah, I was playing like, I don't know, I guess I can kind of talk about this shit. So since I'm talking about my first FightCade match, I guess I can talk about when I started like playing fighting games again and shit. Or I can say again, or when I actually started trying. I'm still trash, but whatever. I started trying around this time. This is my first FightCade match ever. I was playing the shit out of SvC Chaos because I was like the sprites and the game, the way the characters looked and shit. Fun fact, if you didn't know this, these were the first Street Fighter sprites I ever saw. It wasn't a Street Fighter 2 sprites, it wasn't the Third Strike sprites, even though I did see those later on. But if you go online and play like a bunch of old Street Fighter games, not Street Fighter games, if you play a bunch of Flash games or Street Fighter games, you'll find out like this somebody made a game with just the Street Fighter characters and their sprites, and it was called Street Fighter Flash 2 or some shit like that. And basically these are the first sprites I've seen. So this is the first time I've seen Guile, this is the first time I've seen Balrog, first time I've seen Ryu and Ken, and I'm like, yo, these sprites look fucking amazing. And I played this game and I realized that Flash games have the worst the worst feel ever. Because have you ever played a game that you played, like, have you ever revisited a game that you played a long time ago, and then you realize how like butt the game is, how trash it is? After playing SvC Chaos, I was like, yo, this game feels terrible. And then I started playing KOF, and I remember I used to play King of Fighters Wing, which is something I actually kind of want to record eventually. But yeah, King of Fighters Wing, it's another game I played like crazy, and that game feels so fucking weird now. It feels so weird. Like it's just something weird to do. Just like, keep in mind, yeah, like my introduction to fighting games were basically Flash games. The first game I played online with the actual servers and shit was Street Fighter Online. Nobody even plays that shit anymore. Like, if you go on, like, yeah, legit, the last time I played it was 2013, and if you go on there, there is no one. I mean, no one on this game. They have replays and shit of that game, and when you look up the matches, the last match that was played on that was like 2014, 2015. No one even touches that game anymore. Like, that's how dead it is. That Street Fighter Online was basically my introduction to Marvel vs. Capcom, because it was basically the extra busted version of that game. But honestly, for my first, I feel like for my first time, for this to be my first set on FightCade ever, and playing this game with, I actually won a match, holy shit. But, from this being my first set and playing a game against a dude who's actually a part of the SvC community, like, he was on here a lot when I first got on FightCade. He was like the main one on here all the time. Like, all the time. He was always on here. So yeah. Let me think. So I can go back. Yeah, Street Fighter Online was like 2009, I believe. Oh yeah, he switched to Vega and started whooping my ass. But yeah, this is about 2009 when I figured out about Street Fighter Online. Get the fuck out of here, Task. Whatever that shit was. That's what's happening on my computer, man, a lot lately. Weird shit starting to happen in this laptop. Yeah, so that's about 2009 to about 2012, I would say, is when I was playing nothing but like Flash games and shit, and that's how I got into like fighting games, which is the weirdest thing ever to get into. But honestly, about like around 2013 is when I finally got my laptop, the first laptop I started YouTube on. That's when I started playing Mugen, and I figured out that my controller can like run Mugen and shit. You see what this man is doing? He's canceled the fucking charge character. But anyway, that's when I figured out, like, I knew about Mugen since 2006. Like, that was the thing people were talking about, because I didn't know this at the time, but around the time of 2001 to 2008, there were no new fighting games really for the Capcom side of things, or tournament fighters, because people were just playing CVS 2, Marvel 2, and fucking Third Strike. So there were no new games. So like, I would be in like, whenever I went to like summer camps or I was in class and shit, there was just people talking about Mugen all the time. So for 2 whole years that Mugen was like really popping and shit, I never played it. So when I got my own laptop finally, because my mom, she still has this old ass computer, so she had a computer since like 2007. So around that time when I was trying to download Mugen and stuff, or attempt to download games, my mom would never let me do it because she assumed that that was what was making the computer slow. When what was making the computer slow was all these security programs she had, because they would load up like 10, there would be like, I swear there would be like 10 things, 10 programs loading on startup just talking about how to keep your computer safe, and some of them were viruses, but whatever. Yeah, I was playing it. So in 2013, I finally got Mugen. I downloaded, I don't think you understand like how many Mugens I downloaded. I downloaded so many that I ran out of space on my computer. Like, that's all I was downloading. I wasn't downloading music. I didn't know about FightCade at the time. I wasn't playing music on my computer. I didn't have Skype. I wasn't doing anything. I didn't have a VLC player. I didn't have tons of browsers. Like, all the stuff I use now, and this is 4 years ago, mind you, so all the stuff I use now, I didn't even discover until like, probably a year later in 2014 is when I started like getting mixtapes and music and all that other shit. So, because this is back when I had my MP3 player still, after my iPod just randomly disappeared outside. But another story I can talk about later. So, yeah, I'm playing this shit on Mugens, and these feel way better than the Flash games. I'm like, holy shit, is this what the fighting game's supposed to feel like? I'm not there yet. So, yeah, I'm not even there yet. So at the time, I'm playing a shit ton of Mugens. I'm playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Mugens. I'm playing all these Dragon Ball Z and Naruto Mugens. I'm playing the KOFs. I'm playing the Street Fighter ones that people made up. My main source for all these games was Ristar87, a dude who does Mugen. Like, he makes all these he either makes these or he just shouts out all these Mugen games, because if you go to this channel, there's a shitload of them all over the place. So by this time, what else is going on? Yeah, so it's around 2014, and I figured out, I was looking for old ass games because I used to use a website called Viz, not fucking Jizz, it's Viz with a V, Viz.com, and that's how I played all these old ass arcade games. Like, I used to play Mario Kart, Mortal Kombat. I played all this shit on keyboard, mind you, before I realized my controller could just connect and I can play shit. So I was like, yo, there has to be a way for me to not open a fucking browser and play these games. So I figured out about MAME, and MAME, I still have it. But yeah, that was my first introduction to like arcade games and shit. Cause this MAME, I don't know how to change all this shit. Oh, excuse me. I don't know how to change everything in there to where the point where I can like mess with the settings like you can do on FightCade easily by just hitting F2 and you'll get into the database of the game. But nah, like whatever the game was on, that's what I played it on. So that's when I started playing all the versus games, Street Fighter 2, the alphas. Like I can make a video with just gameplay of me talking about how I discovered fighting games anyway, or my whole path, but this is just me getting the FightCade. So yeah, MAME is here. I'm playing Third Strike like crazy. When I figured out, as soon as I downloaded Street Fighter 3, I played the shit out of this game. Like, and I think I started playing it because I started watching. That's in 2014 is when I discovered Maximilian, because YouTube. If you look at YouTube, there might be a video that's always in your fucking recommended, and you have no idea why. It's just always there. The thing that was in my recommended was Maximilian's boss rage videos were always there, and I'm wondering why. But because all I did on there, I used to just watch a shitload of tournaments on YouTube, a whole bunch of fighting game tournaments, not to learn, but that's just because I thought they were cool to watch. You got to see crazy high gameplay and cool shit with each game. All I was looking at was fucking tournaments. So I'm doing that, and Maximilian's boss rage video is always the top recommended video every single time. I'm like, dude, what is this? So I just click on it and I see is Max playing these games in the hardest difficulty, and it was the Third Strike video, and I'm seeing crazy shit. And mind, I won't mention all this shit because if I talk about from the beginning of fighting games to now, it will take fucking forever. It's about to be 15 minutes. So, and this FightCade match is like 30 minutes long. This is gonna be me. We're gonna be sitting here. This is gonna be dudes we were typing and shit. Like, I remember this. So I saw it was a Third Strike video, and he was playing the online edition, which I got the demo for the online edition like the day it came out, and I just never bought the game. So I started off watching Maximilian do the boss rages and shit, and then I was like, dude, oh my god, I became a fan of his channel so quick because of these videos. And watching this man rage at Gil and play this game and do these crazy ass combos against the computer and doing all the parries and shit, like, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. So I started playing this, and mind you, I'm still using fucking keyboard for all these games. So one day I finally I finally looked up like how to use a PS3 controller on these games, because I plugged it in my charger and everything, and it wasn't working because I'm like, oh, it's not like Mugen, it doesn't just detect everything. So when I did that, it finally fucking detected it, and I was like, yo, can we please? I'm like, is there a way to do this? So I got, what is that shit even called? Motion Joy, or motion, some shit like that, Motion Joy. It tricks your computer, like it tells you what you, if you want a certain controller, it'll be like, oh, click this and configure it, and it'll be like, yo, now the computer thinks it's a PS2 controller, and now your computer thinks it's a 360 controller. And yeah, I started doing that, and that's pretty much how I started playing Third Strike. Now, shit was weird for a long time. I was playing the shit on the keyboard. I got it to work. I was doing arcade mode like crazy. And I'm like, yo, these combos are doing it difficult as fuck. Like, I was watching Max's videos, and I saw he picked Ken a lot. So I was legit just doing shit he did. That's pretty much how I learned Ken. I watched a shit ton of his videos. When I got my PlayStation card, I got like 2. Yeah, because this is like my second time getting PlayStation cards, I think, or third, or fourth, one of those. So I bought Third Strike. I think I bought Third Strike and both of the Sonic Adventures, and then I just played the shit out of the Third Strike online. I didn't get like, I didn't get, you know, I'm gonna use, I don't even know what type of word I'm gonna use. I'm gonna just say I wasn't okay at the game until I hit like level 8. Because at first I don't know of it. I know it's completely random. I think the matchmaking system on Third Strike Online is random because I was getting 50s and shit the first day. So for some reason it was actually giving me low level players. There was people I was running into, and we ran lobbies and shit while we were playing the game. I'm learning how to parry. I'm learning how to do target combos. I was doing the trial modes, but like when I watched Max's videos, I was like, yo, this is how you. I'm seeing him do double. I used to see shit like the double light uppercut in the corner, and I used to go in training mode and sit there and do that. I saw the target combo and the fireball and super, and I was like, I'm gonna try to do that. I saw the low forward. Like I was watching so many of his videos looking for help and shit, cause he doesn't do this much now, but he had a lot of videos back then where he would actually show you how to do shit in tutorials, and he would talk about how certain things work. But yeah, after this, I was like, I don't know how I even discovered, now I remember, a YouTuber, because I still played Mugen while I was playing all these other games. So a YouTuber by the name of Swagger Kings. I love this dude's channel, man. Swagger Kings is like awesome. He has about 1,000 something subs. I think he's at 2,000, or he's about to hit 2,000. So he ran Mugen matches a lot, and he would have his friends come over and they would play sets. And then one day I went on his channel and I'm like, yo, what is this FightCade thing? And I didn't even know what it was, so I clicked on the video and it's him talking like I am right now. He's talking over the matches that he just played, and he's just talking about what I did wrong, what he did wrong, what he could have did better, why he plays his team, what combo sets, what he was trying to do. And I was like, yo, what is this? And I asked him what it, I looked at the title of it, and I was like, yo, what the fuck is FightCade? Is FightCade like a tournament you went to? I'm like, nah, this is and he said this was basically an online, you can play old ass arcade games online, or fighting games. So I looked it up, signed up, and I was amazed at how many games was on here, and I was like, yo, this is dope. We can play like these old arcade games for free. And that was the first thing I was thinking. I was like, yo, what? I'm like, I paid like 15 for Third Strike when I could have been playing it on here the whole time. But the good thing about online editions is you play random people, or you get random matchups just by hitting ranked. Like, that's not a thing you can do in FightCade yet, unless they fucking put that in the game, as to where you can be like, yo, if they put that in here, that would be actually really dope, where you just go in a lobby, you hit search, and it just picks a random person who's also searching. Like, that would be kind of cool. But yeah, that's the main reason I kept online edition, because it helped me play high level players. But that was the issue with FightCade, is that I'm playing dudes like this. Fuck. I'm not even tired, dude. Excuse me, but yeah. The issue with FightCade is that you run into people like this. I played SvC Chaos, but I was never really good at it, so I'm playing this game and we're sitting here. You know, I'm playing this game and we're like, and you run into people like this who are really good at the game and you barely played it. You're not gonna, I mean, you do have to play people who are better than you, but playing people who are at a stupid high level and are way better than you, I feel like that doesn't get you better. I feel like you get better, you play people around your fucking skill level. So, yeah. I mean, I'm cool. It's cool that I played Yoga Chop because Yoga Chop was on here for like a couple months before I switched to 3S and Alpha 2 and all these other games. But yeah, I played this game a lot. Like SvC, this is the first match I've ever played, and I played the shit out of this game. And it was awesome sitting here playing this, and I'm glad I did. So yeah, that's pretty much how I found FightCade. I made this shit a lot longer than it should be. I mean, if people want a video of me like legit talking about how I started liking fighting games and the first fighting game I ever like really played, or a story of how I started liking these games is, I mean, it would take a while. I could just live stream and talk about it, but it's whatever. So I'm probably just gonna let the video. Ooh, fucking is in the drop. I'm probably just gonna let the video right out from now because yeah, it's gonna take a. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. I'm just letting the video right out, and you can watch the rest of what the fuck is happening. So yeah, getting bopped by Vega because he got tired of losing. So yeah.